And finally, for this week, we have a tip of the week. And it's a knitting pattern from John. Well, it's not a knitting pattern, actually, but John is going to show you how to use a pattern to unlock your phone instead of using a PIN or password, something you might have thought previously inaccessible. But here's John's tip.
Hi, John here, and for today's tip of the week, I'm going to be showing you how to use a pattern as your screen lock type on your phone. And I'm going to be using a Samsung device today, so it's running Android 13 with One UI 5.1. So depending on what type of device you have, it might be a little bit different how you get to it in the settings, but how you would use the pattern to unlock your phone should be the same no matter what type of device you have. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to set it up. I'm going to open settings.
Settings. Search settings button.
I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And what we're looking for.
Wallpaper and style, wallpapers, color, themes, wallpaper, home screen, layout, app, lock screen, screen lock type, always on display.
That's where we want to go.
Lock screen. Navigate up button. Lock screen. Search settings, screen lock type, pattern, face, fingerprints.
I'm going to double tap on screen lock type.
Confirm pattern. Navigate up button.
Now I'm going to put in the pattern I'm currently using.
Pattern started. Pattern completed. Screen lock type. Navigate up button.
Okay, so.
Screen lock type. PIN, medium high security. Password, high security. Pattern, medium security. Current lock type.
Now, when this says medium security, I'm going to explain what that means. Basically, it's just there aren't as many combinations with a pattern as you can have with a PIN. And there are not as many combinations with a PIN as you could have with an alphanumeric password. So that's why it says password is high. PIN is medium high and pattern is medium. Because basically it's just if somebody was going to sit there and guess at your pattern or PIN, it would take them longer to figure out a PIN and even longer to figure out a password. So the actual security is just compromised because there's less patterns. There's still thousands of different patterns you can do, so just figured I'd explain why they're labeled that way. So I'm going to double tap on pattern.
Set pattern. Remember this pattern. If you forget it, you'll need to reset your phone and all data will be erased.
So I'm going to describe to you what happens when you put in a pattern. There's a pattern area on the screen, and I'd say it's a little larger than what a number pad would be, and it's a little higher up on the screen. It's still on the bottom half of the screen usually, but it's a little larger than your number pad area. And it has 9 dots or cells in it. So it's a 3x3 grid of 9 cells. And how you make a pattern is you connect dots in that pattern area. So, for example, if you had a PIN that was 2365 and you wanted to do a pattern instead of a PIN, you could just connect the dots 2365. So you would start where the number 2 would be on a number pad, and once that cell was in focus and it vibrated to let you know you had initiated it, you could just slide your finger right to where the number 3 would be, then slide your finger down to where the number 6 would be, and then slide it left to where the number 5 would be and release. And that's a lot quicker than actually having to type in a PIN. That's the main convenience of choosing a pattern over a pin is how quickly you can do it, especially once you get used to your pattern. So I'm just going to do a couple of demonstrations of patterns, and it needs to be at least 4 cells, and it can be up to 9 cells because you can't repeat numbers, and you can do as many as you want, so between 4 and 9. So I'm just going to put my finger down on the screen.
Remember this pattern. Draw your unlock pattern. Pattern area.
Okay, so now I'm in the pattern area, but I'm not on a cell. I'm just going to keep moving my finger until I find a cell.
Pattern started. Cell 1 added.
So as you can see, cell 1 is added, and it vibrated to let me know as soon as it happened. I'm going to move to the right,
Cell 2 added.
and I'm going to keep moving to the right.
Cell 3 added.
Now I'm going to move down.
Cell 6 added.
I'm going to move to the left,
Cell 5 added.
keep going left,
Cell 4 added.
go down,
Cell 7 added.
move to the right.
Cell 8 added. Cell 9 added. Pattern completed.
And then I
Pattern
lifted my
saved.
finger. So I basically went across the top, down, back to the left, down, and back to the right. So I basically drew what looks like, if you know what a number 2 looks like on a digital clock, that's basically the pattern I drew. And that used all 9 cells. And like I said, you don't have to use 9, you can just use 4. But that's just an example of one pattern. I'll show you another example.
Retry button.
So I'm going to hit retry.
Draw your unlock pattern.
If you can also do diagonal if you want, so
Pattern area. Pattern started. Cell 1 added.
if I move down to the right, that's going to go to cell 5.
Cell 5 added.
Then I can move diagonally up to the right.
Cell 3 added.
Then I can move back to the left to go to cell 2.
Cell 2 added.
Can go down and left.
Cell 4 added.
Now that's 5 cells, so I could stop here if I wanted, because I only need 4.
Pattern completed. Pattern saved.
So as you can see, there's a bunch of different, there's literally thousands of combinations you could do for your pattern. Just to demonstrate, I'm going to make it something simple, so I'm going to hit retry.
Retry button. Draw your unlock pattern.
One thing I suggest is not starting with cell 5 because that's in the center. So if you start on the outside, you can just slide your finger towards the pattern area and you'll hear when you're in it. And then you can try to find the cell that starts your pattern. So I'm going to just do something simple like
Draw your pattern area. Pattern started. Cell 1 added.
this is going to go to 2,
Cell 2 added.
down to 5,
Cell 5 added.
and then left
Cell 4 added.
to 4. And
Pattern
release.
completed. Pattern saved.
So that's a very simple pattern, easy to do. And I'm going to hit in the bottom right,
Continue button.
continue. Now you're going to have to confirm your pattern. So because just like a password or a PIN, you need to make sure you get it right.
Draw the pattern again to confirm it.
So I'm going to do it again.
Pattern started. Cell 2, Cell 5, Cell 4 added. Pattern completed. Your unlock pattern has been set as.
Okay, so my unlock pattern is set. I just need to
Confirm button.
hit confirm at the bottom right.
Turn on remote unlock. Your PIN, pattern, or password will be securely stored by Samsung. This allows you to unlock your phone in case you forget your unlock method. It also allows you to control a lost phone remotely, even when it's locked.
So I'm not going to forget my pattern, so I'm going to skip this.
To continue, read and agree to the cancel button. Turn on button. Cancel button.
I'm hitting cancel.
Lock screen. Screen lock type, pattern,
So
base,
I'm going to turn
fingerprints.
off the phone
Screen off.
and just
Ringer
show
silent.
you how you would put your pattern in. So I'm going to turn on the screen.
10:30 cricket. Draw unlock pattern. Pattern area. Draw unlock pattern.
So because I know it starts with cell 1, I'm going to put my finger along the left side of the screen, just start moving
Draw
down.
unlock pattern.
So right now I'm on where it says draw unlock pattern, so I need to go a little bit lower.
Pattern area.
Now I'm in the pattern area, but I haven't accessed any cell yet. So I'm just going to feel
Pattern
around
started. Cell 1 added.
until I feel a vibration and it says pattern started, cell 1 added. Then I'm going to need to move to the right,
Cell 2 added.
move down,
Cell 5 added.
move left,
Cell 4 added.
and then lift.
Pattern completed. Device unlocked.
And that unlocks
Lock
my
screen.
device.
Screen off.
So I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to do it a lot faster because once you get used to your pattern, you can do it as fast as you want. You don't have to wait for TalkBack to announce every cell because you'll feel a vibration as soon as you hit a cell. So if you're on cell 1 and you move to the right and you feel a vibration, you'll know cell 2 has been activated. Then you move down till you feel a vibration, then move left till you feel a vibration. So I'm just going to show you.
10:39 a.m. Draw unlock pattern. Pattern area.
I'm just going to,
Draw unlock pattern. Pattern started.
just like that.
Pattern completed.
I didn't have to
Device
wait.
unlocked. Lock screen. Screen off.
Okay.
Ringer silent.
So I didn't have to wait for it to announce it, which actually I think gives you a little more privacy than actually putting a pin in, because you could do it really quickly once you've practiced it. This isn't going to be easy at first, but the point in this demonstration was just to show you that it is possible using TalkBack, and the more you do it, the quicker you'll be at it, and you'll eventually get to the point where you can do it so quickly that TalkBack won't even say anything and your phone won't be announcing your pattern out loud. All right, I hope this helps. If any of you were a little apprehensive about trying a pattern, I hope this encourages you to give it a shot, because in my opinion, it's a much quicker way of unlocking your phone compared to a pin. Okay, thank you for listening.
John, you were using your Samsung for this, weren't you? Will this work on any phone, or is it will the cells be voiced on whichever brand of phone you have?
As far as I could tell, it's always worked for me. There's kind of a little bit of a, you're not going to be surprised, but there's a little bit of a bug on my Pixel phone at the moment where it doesn't voice the first cell for some reason. So
Well, never.
And Ed, you also should try it on your Xiaomi,
yeah, but as far as I know,
Thank you, Sally. You have to try it on the cat. So I know he laughs and cackles about the Pixel. I want you to try that thing on the cat, Ed.
Yeah.
Do you think it doesn't work, Sally? I know some of your guys use Xiaomi's. Do you think this is the thing that doesn't work?
You're gonna see what's happening.
I think you're going to tell me it doesn't work.
I think it'll work very slowly on Pixel devices because they have a 128 KB processor. 120
But John,
inside.
now, hang on, John. Isn't this because you are running the developer preview, though?
No, I went back to regular stable builds, so I'm running QPR2 now, or March feature drop, and it's still not voicing the first cell for some reason. And I can't figure out what it is because it was working, and then I updated all my apps, and then it wasn't working. I mean, it's still usable because like once you've put your pattern in a lot, you know where it is. So
Yeah, so it's one of those things that Google breaks, and Google is notorious.
Yeah.
Google, I love you, but you guys are so notorious for breaking things that work. Yeah, it's just like the assistant. One morning it works, the next morning you want to throw that baby out the window. It's just unbelievable. So it used to work for you, but then with the subsequent updates, it broke.
Yeah, so I'll be reporting a bug issue about it, and hopefully it'll be resolved in the future.
Yeah, so Ed, it's not that it doesn't work on the Fisher Price. So take that, withdraw your little. Well, you
I
try
know,
it on the
question.
cat and let me know.
It was a question.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
John said it
serious.
didn't.
Try it on the
Yeah.
cat because it
I
might
will.
work.
It might.
That's your homework, Ed. Let
Sally.
us know next week how it
And
went.
you report that to us next week. I'm not going to let you
I
get
just-
away
I-
with it next week. I'm going to ask you about it next week. I'm going to
Yeah.
write it down as a reminder.
I might be busy next week.
No,
I'm going
no.
to try it.
You have to record it and send it in, even if you are busy.
I
Yeah.
hope John's bug is solved till 2047.
Yeah.
And you know, the way we're going to hold it down to it is we're going to have you do it as a tip of the week for next week.
Or a non-tip of the week.
It's gonna be how not to use patterns on Xiaomi.
We'll see.
The cat.
We'll also
Yeah.
see if a hidden settings app has changed it and turning off some of their enhanced thingies that I had to do to get the share sheet to work.
And
So
Just try the face recognition. It works pretty well on Chat.
yeah, I tried face recognition.
Yeah.
It's that's fine. I don't
And-
really use it that
And
much.
it actually recognizes your face, Ed.
But it's so beautiful, my face. It doesn't take much setting up, to be honest. It's so distinctive and Adonis-like that they're just like, wow, it's Ed Green. Yeah, we'll just recognize it.
Oh
beautiful.
my goodness. So in other words,
I'm holding up Michelangelo's David or the Mona Lisa in front of my phone, basically. It's such a beautiful face.
so it kind of
His face is so beautiful, it will open any phone, not just his own.
Yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you very much. Exactly.
It's the face that
It will-
opened
it
1,000
will-
phones, as they didn't say about Helen of Troy.
It will open any phone except Pixels. Pixel phones will say, please wait, detecting phone. And then 100 years later, unable, the camera failed.
Yeah.
So here's someone who is so vindictive about the Pixel phones. I'm talking about Austin here, and yet he's always clamoring for them. You'd think that someone that doesn't like it wouldn't be having a Pixel phone, but oh no, it's the one he wants.
but
Doggone you, bro.
that's the thing. Yeah, why you have the Pixel, Austin? If it
Exactly.
I have
So-
a Pixel to criticize it.
Some
No,
people just love to complain. That's all
exactly.
there is to it.
We kind of got you figured out, so you can say whatever you want. But the truth is, it's like a lady. You say, "Oh, I don't want her anymore. I don't want to hear from her." But yet at night you can go to sleep. My brother, we got you down, Austin. You are right there. But frankly, Ed, your face gets better looking like mine. That's really good because I tell you, I get better looking every day. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.